which is nice from YouTube. So it just continued the.
I think those people jump back in. Hi, everyone.
We're back.
And we're back.
Don't know what happened, but we're here.
Blame Taylor. Somehow it's probably Taylor's fault.
It's just OEC Fiber. I hope they never are interested in sponsoring the podcast because I am not very happy.
Utah pick?
Utah pick at 16. Oh, yeah.
Have you seen this?
Yeah.
You've seen Silva?
It was another Woj thing.
You're a
He
monster.
lied. Woj
He
lied. to us.
lied.
Yeah, sorry the stream cut out, everybody. Please retweet and get everyone back in here.
Yeah, we had a bunch of people in here, and then we
Hundreds.
just gave up.
But actually,
Just gave up.
let's see what Thunder PR tweeted out. The Oklahoma City Thunder has agreed in principle to acquire the draft rights to Cason Wallace from the Dallas Mavericks in exchange for the draft rights to Derek Lively. The trade is not yet final.
Did you guys see the quote from Cason Wallace about OKC?
No.
He said someone asked him like, "Hey, so you played in Lexington. What do you think about playing in OKC?" He's like, "Yeah, it's a small town, not much to do, but that'll help keep me focused. I'll be fine playing in Oklahoma City."
Yikes!
Living the
Trick
dream.
his ass.
Living the dream.
Sir, have you ever heard of the Cowboy Hall of Fame? Bite your tongue.
Whiskey Chicks, great dive bar in Bricktown. Thank you.
Got an IMAX and more.
Got our Brewflix towards admin.
Oh my gosh.
Love that place.
Got a great botanical garden in downtown OKC. They are currently filming Twister right across from
Part 2.
Paycom. I can
Twister
see
2.
it from my tall building that I work in.
Nice.
We have a tall building. Cason.
Just one tall building.
Just one, and I am willing to give you a tour whenever you want, Mr. Wallace. Just reach out to the Uncontested.
I mean, that's got to be tough, right? For Cason, like he was like, "Yeah, I'm excited to go to Dallas. Like, I grew up there, like hometown kid." And then it's
That's a
like,
good
"Psych,
point.
you're going to Oklahoma
Welcome
City."
to Central Oklahoma, buddy.
Now I'm curious, like, what's his relationship with Shea? Is there much of one, or is it just like
Yeah, that's a good question.
Kentucky alums?
Kentucky boys.
Isn't he? Is Cason a? No, you're right. He's a Dallas guy. For some reason, I thought I saw a picture of him in like a Canadian jersey.
That I cannot speak.
I'm
on.
not
I have no
sure.
idea.
But no, you're right. He's a Dallas boy.
So the Cason trade isn't official till July 6th?
Yeah. Do we know why? I saw that comment in the chat, but I don't feel like I understand why.
And will that prevent any summer
new-
league stuff?
Oh, that's a good point too.
That would
Goodness.
prevent Salt Lake,
Oof.
not Vegas,
Um,
though.
So that would be the start of the new league year, essentially, which means that the Thunder, based off contracts, would then have, based off their current contracts on the books, would then have that available cap space to take Bertans into that cap space. However, obviously, all the way until the end of training camp, like towards the end of September or into October, they can carry up to, I think it's 20 contracts. But at a certain point, they're going to have to get rid of players, right? Or assign some of them to an additional two-way contract now that the new CBA allows 3 two-way contracts. So you all mentioned Lindy Waters.
Yep.
They say, hey, Lindy, stick with us. We'll give you that third additional two-way. They try and trade a Trey Man.
Yeah.
JRE. Like, it's really interesting. That'll be something to follow, something we'll be covering here on the Uncontested heading into training camp and after. But anyway, sorry, that's why Warner mentioned that.
So either the Lakers, the Heat, or the Warriors are going to end up with Cam Whitmore, and we're going to hear about it for the next 6 months.
Oh my
probably.
gosh.
Oh my gosh. Hey,
That's a
I would
nightmare
be-
scenario.
Yeah, it'll happen.
The Los Angeles Clutch Lakers, I would be very, very surprised if they do not take Nick Smith Jr. here. I think that's been in the books for a long
man. Yeah.
Mm.
I hate that.
like maybe he could have been playing for Arkansas, but was training in LA kind of stuff. Not with the Lakers. I should clarify, with Clutch, but still,
right.
Now I could be very wrong. I was also like shocked I think we've had I've had a couple technical difficulties here so far until I finally got on the right Wi-Fi network. But I think I was getting into how surprised I was about Jet Howard going before Buffkin. Like I did not have that on my bingo card for tonight. And that was one player, Jet Howard, that I thought potentially could go to Lakers here. We've heard a lot of talk about the Lakers potentially looking to trade out of this pick, trade back to try and get a little more depth. So this will be really interesting. My stream says 1:30 left on the clock for the Lakers, so I'm curious what happens.
You way behind.
Says we have 30.
30? Oh man, I am way behind. So what happens when your power goes out and tries to restart?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know what? My Twitter's up to date, and I know who the pick is. But I'm not
Don't
gonna
you
say it.
dare!
I won't. I
Don't
won't.
you
I won't say a
dare!
thing, but I'm pretty surprised.
Oh,
Gosh.
Kind of gross, but I get it. It's a win now player, is your hint.
Oh. Perhaps some Latina representation? Come on.
He has 3
Perhaps.
names. So this is from Jake Fisher. The Rockets have called Lakers, Heat, and Warriors at pick 17, 18, 19, sources said, but won't tell rival front offices who Houston is targeting with a potential trade up from number 20. And my gosh, that sounds like Cam Whitmore.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Interesting.
And those medicals must be awful.
Yeah, at this point.
That's sad.
Somebody's going to bite.
Uh-huh.
Hope it works out for him.
Hopefully it's Miami. I would actually be cool with that.
That
even
would
though he'd
be.
hyped.
That'd be a
He'd
great
hyped
spot
to know
for him. I agree.
But yeah.
Better than Houston.
I just heard more
Yes.
thunder outside, so I'm a little nervous.
Taylor.
I might go MIA here again soon in the stream or something.
I started this one, so hopefully y'all's weather problems don't shut us down again.
Good point.
It seems
I'm
like it's
still
getting
pissed about
quieter
that.
outside.
Ooh,
Broke
KOC.
our stream in
OKC is so loaded. Everyone on this team can defend and handle the ball. Love the Cason Wallace pick. And here are some Cason Wallace highlights, baby.
half. Taylor needs to excuse
I'm in.
himself
I'm
for the
sold.
next 2.5 minutes.
Be right back and then go order my Cason Wallace jersey. I'm again just to kind of fill time. I'm very excited about Cason Wallace on this team. I think it's a great pick.
Yep.
I'm more so curious about what this means for the rest of the team, other players currently on the roster.
Yeah, Trey Mann especially. All right,
Man.
let's see this gross pick from the Lakers.
This one surprised me. I cannot lie. Man, you guys are way ahead. I'm gonna restart my NBA stream.
Wow.
Interesting.
Jalen Hood-Schifino.
Interesting.
That makes me worried about Nick Smith Jr. as well.
What's a comp for Hood Schifino? I love comps.
Ugh. He is very great mid range, not great
Taylor
along
just starts
around the
vomiting.
rim.
Okay.
Not a great 3-point shooter.
Okay.
However,
so
I
he
think
sucks.
yeah, he's a
What
good
does
defender.
he do well? This is going to be
He's a
like
good
the
defender, and
graphic
he's
of
good in
Josh
mid-range.
Giddey. Weaknesses.
Makes some good reads
the
off
game of
pick and roll.
basketball.
I'm not entirely sure a player comp though. I don't know. I'm a little surprised that the Lakers took him here, but obviously they think he can contribute as soon as next season. All right, I'm up to speed. Just had to
Good for
restart the
you.
stream after the power outages.
Still only 2 trades, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
So much for
Yep.
all the trades tonight.
Hood Schifino's player comp, according to KOC, is shades of Spencer Dinwiddie.
He's taller and bigger than that, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, he's pretty big. Yeah. So this, honestly, especially with the clutch connection, makes me very concerned about Nick Smith Jr. and obviously Cam Whitmore. Like if the Lakers weren't even willing to bite on Cam Whitmore and his star, all the stardom that surrounded him since his high school, it's not great. Told you he's got a pretty nice mid-range. Silva.
Who's taking
around the rim?
Who's going to take Chris Murray? Someone's going to take Chris Murray pretty soon.
No Kings.
What pick do they have? 25? 20?
Oh, I don't even know, honestly. Now Miami's on the clock. This will be interesting. If Houston's able to trade up 1 or 2 spots to 18 or 19,
this is a deep draft. There's still like Derek Whitehead, Podemski. Is that how you pronounce his name? Podemski?
So Nick told me way back in the fall, it's Podjemski. Bryce Sensabaugh.
Yep.
I'm not huge on him, but I think he'd be great for a team. Yeah, Nick Smith Jr. I'm trying to think who else. Colby Jones is another one they have here. I'm just looking at the ESPN list. Rupert, obviously. Gigi's going to fall. City Sissoko is one that I think will potentially go here before pick 30. Kieran says, I feel like Chris Murray ends up on the Warriors.
That'd make a lot of sense.
It would.
That does make a lot of sense. I know the Warriors were interested in Anthony Black, so they've stayed put here at 19. Just not a lot of movement after all the rumors.
Surely Cam Whitmore will go soon. I'm glad they haven't kept the camera on him after every pick, really building up the pressure. That happens sometimes in the draft, and it's always really tough to watch a guy slide. Oh, here's Woj on Whitmore.
Ooh.
Says poor workouts, not great interviews.
Woj is pumping the agency sunshine.
Yes, he is. Oh, yeah.
To help them out. He says that is part of the reason that Whitmore dropped, without saying the other part, which we very obviously know is injury concerns. But instead of saying that explicitly, he's talking about how great his pro day was.
Yep.
And that is a agency favor to AT. Also, shout out my old boss, longtime mentor, and very good friend Hamill, tuning into the draft stream. Yeah, so that is one that really surprises me. I thought all the way up into about an hour before the draft, Silva, I was thinking that Whitmore, even with the injuries that we kind of heard about, the injury concerns we kind of heard about, I was still thinking there's no way he falls out of the lottery.
Yeah.
And then shortly before, I think I don't know, I won't say explicitly, but we were told that from a very reliable source close to the Uncontested, that Whitmore's injury concerns were very concerning, and I think chronic was the term.
That's really unfortunate. Also, as soon as I brought up the close-up thing, our chat mentioned that they did the close-up on Cam. That camera's just trained on him.
He is not very
now.
happy.
No.
I am fascinated. If I'm the Thunder, you have all these assets, and again, maybe there's character concerns. I really don't know. But man, if he's a good character dude, I can't talk. It would be fascinating for a team like the Thunder or the Spurs. We heard the Spurs potentially wanting to trade back up and in the lottery to draft Koulibaly. A team like that trading back into the first round, take a gamble on extreme talent in Whitmore. I think he's very talented, but
I agree.
This definitely makes me concerned about the injury concerns that have been rumored.
Yeah, I don't think you missed much.
We were just talking a lot about Whitmore because they were showing him, and then Woj was doing the agency a favor, saying, "Well, I've heard that part of the reason he's falling is workouts and interviews, but he had a great pro day." It's like, no, you're not saying the other part out loud, Woj.
So the official NBA account and Thunder PR. Hold on, Miami pick is in. Do you know Taylor?
I do not, but actually, the Thunder pick's official. Oh,
Jaime Jaquez.
Jaime Jaquez,
We did it.
yeah.
Let's go.
I love that, and that's
He
been
is
rumored.
such a Miami.
There was
player.
there was a
So
couple of mocks that had him pegged here all week.
Even though the trade is not yet final, I wonder if they'll be able to talk about it since the NBA has tweeted it and
That's a
posted
good point. And maybe that's a new thing this year, because the Thunder have been very clear. This is the second tweet. This trade is not yet final. But what's interesting is the Thunder PR's tweet does not mention Davis Bertans, probably because they aren't allowed to, would be my guess. So maybe this is something new by the league. They're going to let the teams talk about the draft prospects they traded for, but Presti would not be allowed to talk about other additional details, such as picks involved, or in this case, Bertans.
it. Yeah.
I love Jaquez. Is that how you say
Yeah,
it?
Jaquez.
Hami Jaquez. Shout out my Dragon Ball Z fellow nerds. I love that pick for the Heat.
I do
It's going to
too.
be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Look at this guy with his hair.
It looks
His
looks
goatee
great.
going.
Yep.
I can't wait to digest hours of Cason Wallace footage.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm going back to all of it. Shout out our guy, Hoop Intellect, Keandre. I'll be going
Yeah,
there.
there's a lot of
to
people in the
rewatch.
comments talking about the Cason interview he just did, saying like maybe the Thunder didn't interview him. Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
Like Presti talks about how you don't know anything about a player until you sit down and talk with him.
It was just he was in a weird spot. I'm sure that was a hard question to answer, and he had probably just figured out he was actually not going to Dallas. A lot of emotions. I'm not gonna hold that against him.
I don't know, guys. I hope he fails. Just kidding.
Yeah, he sucks.
He's bust.
I'm excited, dude. I really
am
like
too.
him a lot.
Do any of us see him as like a potential
Lou
starter
Dort replacement
at some point?
I was thinking about that, Silva. The archetype is there. Somebody
is.
actually, I need to scroll up and see if I can find this comment. Somebody actually mentioned, maybe this was the old stream before it went out on us, but mentioned the measurements were almost identical to Lou Dort's. So it's interesting. But my assumption, at least in the short term, the next year or two, is probably they envision Cason coming off the bench and playing a very similar role to Lou, which is exciting to think about.
It is.
And then like you throw them both in together, like there's some overlapping time, obviously. With that second unit, you throw Lou back in, you have lockdown defenders in both Lou and Cason. And I think the biggest hope here is that Cason's shot develops long-term a little better than Lou's has. But the other thing with Cason, I'm sure you guys have covered this. I know I came in late, had technical difficulties, but Cason has very underrated playmaking abilities, and we saw a little bit of it when he finally had the ball in his hands full time towards the end of the season with Kentucky due to the injuries they had. But he is a pretty solid playmaker. I wouldn't call him like extremely high level. He's not going to rank at the top when you have J-Dub, Shea, Giddey on this team. But when you're the third, fourth playmaker on the floor for the Thunder, like, I don't know. I think it's a really great spot for Cason to be in to continue to develop.
Yeah, I don't see him starting. I don't see a world where he can start on this team right now.
It would be like a couple years down the road. We have to
Yeah.
reevaluate that and see if it's realistic.
So another pretty stereotypical pick for Golden State here coming
Oh
up.
boy,
Stop trying to spoil things, Taylor.
I do want to point out Carrie.
So
said that
boring. It's been such a
Carrie said,
boring draft.
Carrie said Jaime Jaquez looks like Indigo Montoya from The Princess Bride, and I would like to agree.
That's awesome.
Welcome back, Justin.
See what Woj is saying here.
A couple of jabronis on the TV.
Oh, I just saw the pick.
I did too.
Jake Fisher spoiled it.
Woj is cooking right now. He loves not tweeting out the picks.
He
It
said
feels
his
weird.
Twitter crashed too much when he tweeted picks.
Yeah, okay.
Well, when you're tweeting every 5 minutes and you have that many followers and that many
Yeah,
people, like,
come on. He works for
engaging.
the network that profits the most off of him not tweeting the picks.
That's true.
He's taking a phone check right there on camera. I'm still
I was
playing
about to say
blind,
somebody could pause
by
that
the way.
and like try and see who he was who he was texting there.
I'm still playing by the rules, not looking at picks. You monsters.
The rule was don't follow
Oh my
or
gosh.
read Shams.
Don't get technical with me.
Uh,
Sean really wants to know what's going on with your mic, Taylor. You're freaking him out.
oh, I took it off the stand because I am sitting here on the couch and then I
Golden
have this
State pick is in.
Freewheeling. It's freewheeling.
Yeah.
Hey, Pods to Golden State. He stays pretty close to home in Santa
He
Clara.
does.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
That feels like a good fit. I don't know why. He
The
just
next
feels
Clay.
like a
Don't take
player.
DiVincenzo replacement.
Yeah. Basically that.
I don't know. He can shoot.
I have
for
a
him
very
all
hard
day.
time seeing Houston pass on Cam Whitmore.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree at 20.
Yeah.
I think that's why they were trying to trade up. 17, 18, 19.
Does OKC try to get in and get one of these two Brooklyn picks? Do you think our night's over?
I kinda
Besides
think the
50.
night's over since they took on Bertans as well.
I think it's over.
Yeah, that's a good point with Bertans.
Now I could see them making that pick at 50 or like trading up from 50 in the second round to get just like one additional prospect, but
Yeah.
that player would likely be a two-way prospect.
Well, hey, let me tell you. As of right now, they are slated to make 3 selections next year.
Yep.
It's a good point.
And when they get rid of
Oh, here it is. Sorry.
when they get
Killer.
rid
Hey, nothing's official.
Uh-huh.
when Saric leaves, you bring in Cason Wallace.
Yep.
You're also bringing in Bertans. You can just waive Bertans next year, whatever. But with the exception of Bertans, everyone on this team is young and been drafted by this team pretty much.
Yeah.
You are at the point where if you make 3 selections next year, that means that you are cutting guys that you draft to try to be part of this team. Or you are trading picks during next
Yep.
season.
Exactly.
It's a whole new world.
Wow. Wow.
So Rockets are now on the clock. We will see what they do.
Dang it, Nick. Can't trust any of you fools.
Nope.
So,
You know, I was really hoping the whole night. I felt so bad for Cam Whitmore. Was hoping the injury concerns, that he'd be able to overcome. But now,
so we're putting it out there, huh? Cam
now,
Whitmore
yeah,
to
we
Houston.
are. Everybody in the stream knows, obviously.
Everybody else has.
We thought they were going to take Cam Whitmore at 4.
And they
They
got
ended
their
up getting
guy.
him at 20.
Got their guy.
Yeah.
Talk about value. That's what the
Value.
Houston fans are going to be saying.
Hey, there's Pod's dad who's been living in the DMs.
He looked psyched about Golden State.
Who, Pods or the dad?
the dad.
Yeah.
He did like a little fist pump. He looks like a tech bro. Both of them, dad and son.
He It's a great name for a post-career podcast.
Indeed. Or a
Pod's
good point.
pod.
Yeah. Just
You
get
know
some
he's going to
tips
be
from
on Draymond's pod. Right before Draymond punches the absolute dog shit out of him.
It's a badge of honor.
Such a steal for the Houston
Well,
Rockets.
we're at
See,
pick 20.
this
We've
is
only
what
had two
I'm
trades,
already.
guys.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I know.
Taylor's already
has
pissed.
not lived up to the hype. See, I'm already rooting against Cam because of all the stuff I'm seeing, and that shouldn't be the case.
That's why we wanted Grady Dick in Houston. Easy
Yeah,
to hate.
exactly.
Guys, I'm still very surprised that Koulibaly went 7.
Crazy.
And they had to trade up to get him.
That's crazy. I hope it works out for him, but
Where do you think Cason Wallace was on Sam Presti's board?
that's a great question.
When Sam Presti is making a list of every single player he's interested in.
That's
Was
a really
Cason
good
at
question.
10? Because he
No.
selected him at 10. Was he higher?
I think he was higher. I would say probably like I doubt he was top 5, right? Like there's 5 guys that feel really easy to put above there. But like there's no way that Presti's big board matched how things actually went down.
Do you think Cason Wallace was ahead of Taylor Hendricks on Presti's board?
That's an interesting question.
Yep. I wonder how much like
I kind of think
know-
so.
I know we've talked about it a little bit of like, listen, you can't do anything too crazy until you watch Chet play on the floor. Like, I wonder how much of that played into this decision to not take a big.
Taylor, Justin, how excited are you guys to get out to Vegas and see Cason play?
Psyched.
Ecstatic. Like,
Bro, I
him and
want to
Dub.
see the Thunder play Portland and Cason just clamp scoop.
Yes. Yes. I'm all in. But
I
seriously, I
think
wonder.
before anybody else beats us to the punch, 90% of our team is here right now. We're just missing Nick. We've got the
Summer
torture
League team.
chamber. What are the nicknames we're coming up with Cason Wallace?
Oh,
We need
that's
like
tough.
the nicknames, the shirt ideas.
Case
We
in
got to
point.
coin this stuff before anybody else
Case
gets a
in
chance.
point. It's a good one. Trying to think about like
Doesn't really
lock
make
up
sense, but it
defense,
is a
lock 'em in
phrase.
case.
There's something there with a case.
Ooh,
and lock
defense and
case.
wall. We got something there too.
Terrible.
Build that wall. Build that wall.
Terrible.
Oh my god.
The followers or the live viewership just dropped.
There's probably a Wallace and Gromit pun available. That's probably
I'm too young
niche,
to know
though.
what that means, Justin.
Too young. Come on, Taylor.
You say what?
Don't
Wait, what did you
old
say, Justin?
shame me.
Gromit.
Oh, Taylor.
Wallace and Gromit.
How do you not know what Wallace and Gromit is?
Thank you, Silva.
Is that like Sesame Street or
No. Did you ever watch Chicken Run back in the day?
Chicken Run. Now we're talking.
Oh, yeah,
Like the claymation.
long time ago.
Come on.
Some original CGI right there. Animation.
The
Cam
opposite
Whitmore
of
looks
CGI.
pissed.
I thought
Like,
I was
well,
going to Houston at
Houston.
Ford.
Yeah, that's tough.
That is tough.
But man, if he actually turns out to be
That will
healthy and
be
something. Oof.
Yeah, the comments I made about being able to handle rocket type all of a sudden are
I know. I see. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he doesn't look psyched. But neither was Cason Wallace apparently. So, that's really like I'm sure it's getting yanked around thinking you're going to Dallas hometown but and then ending up in OKC, but I feel like we've heard things in the past of like OKC takes that into account of like there's been talk with other guys like I think it was Kuminga, like Kuminga wanted to be in a big city.
Yeah.
And that mattered.
Hey,
and Dallas
quick
and Oklahoma
3-hour
City is
drive.
not that different, right?
Just
It's
go
not
south.
that different.
Go south on what is it, 35?
It's not like he
Easy.
was like New York hometown boy getting
Yeah.
on the Knicks. Like, come on. Dallas and Oklahoma
You're
City.
going
are
3
very
hours
similar.
north.
Hey, our guy Derek Murray brings up a really good point. Podziemski about to go and get mentored by Steph Curry and Chris Paul.
Clay. Oh, and Chris. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts.
We know the dividends that Chris's mentorship played for Shea.
I don't view Podziemski as much of a point guard, though. Like, I think he's a playmaking guard / wing for sure, being mentored by those two will be fantastic. But I think I would be more excited as a Warriors fan that he's going to be learning from Clay. Because ultimately, I kind of see him as that kind of role. If you're the Warriors, you have a lead ball handler next to him, and then he's a co-creator and also a elite shot maker. Is kind of the ceiling, I think. And
he and Clay look
great
like
spot for him.
He and Clay look like they could smoke a lot of weed together.
Oh, 100%.
My gosh, on his yacht. On Clay's yacht.
That's
Hey, with Cam going to Houston, and they have Jalen Green, and Kevin Porter Jr.
Yep.
Most ISOs in the league next year.
Oh my gosh.
The Houston Rockets.
If only James would go back to Houston.
Oh
now.
my gosh.
Your turn, my turn,
no.
your turn, his turn.
What's Jabari Smith doing during all this?
Being sad.
He's sitting in the corner,
sad.
Justin, hoping that somebody
Playing,
eventually passes.
Oh
a
my
shame
gosh,
order.
Jay
You go to
Billis
the
and Sean
shame corner.
Marks. Oh wait, that's not Sean Marks. Never mind.
Who is that? Who is that?
I don't know. Who is this guy on my TV?
Oh, Dan.
Why are there
Hurley.
so many
I don't
bald
know
white
who this is
men
either.
Head
Oh,
coach.
Dan
on
Hurley,
ESPN NBA coverage?
UConn head coach.
Why is,
Okay.
why is he up there?
You see Carrie's nickname?
Lou.
Lou Walsindor.
That's pretty good. Oh, that's funny.
Oh, the Houston fan tweets are already coming out.
Of course they are.
Houston
I can
Rockets have
only
the best
imagine.
young core in the entire NBA.
Press
Cam
X
lost a
for
lot
Dow.
of money tonight.
He did.
He did lose a lot of money. No wonder he's so upset. All right, Nets 21-22. What do they do here? Is there a trade coming?
Trade.
I hope.
I feel like if there was, somebody would
This
already
is
know
it.
about it.
It's a good point.
Nothing yet. Bigger surprise: Whitmore sliding to 20, or Bilal going 7?
I think it feels like Whitmore.
Depends
Yeah,
when you
I
ask
think
me.
pretty easily.
Based off like the late buzz we heard, like not a surprise on Whitmore, but like ask me a week ago, definitely Whitmore. I can't believe Bilal went 7.
No. They had to, the fact that they had to trade up to get a guy that was slotted
Yeah.
like
And it's so
late
weird. It's
lotto.
like they didn't. You guys brought up
Crazy.
a really good point when I said, did they just call the Wizards? Or sorry, 7 would have been Pacers. Did they just call the Pacers on their bluff that the Pacers were going to set
Yeah.
Koulibaly there? So they gave him 2 seconds. But obviously they did that because they feared that somebody was going to trade with the Pacers up to 7 to get
guess.
Koulibaly, but you only give
Yeah.
up 2 seconds, right? So like obviously the Pacers didn't have very many good offers on the table, and that kind of feels to me that the Wizards just kind of bought into the Pacers' bluff.
I feel like there's no middle ground with this move taking him at 7. Like it's either a genius foresight move or it looks like one of the biggest stupid overreaches of all time. Not of all time. That's too far.
Yeah.
But like
But a very bad overreach.
it's like the
I
one.
was say
there's
Anthony
always
Bennett did
one.
go number 1.
That's what
good
I mean.
point. Good point.
All time is much too far. But
It's also like, is this so the Wizards are tearing it down to the studs right now? Bilal
where
is
you
the
wanna
first
start?
guy?
that's your foundation,
That's
or is this
Playing
their
next to
Poku?
Jordan Poole.
This is just the home
Foundation.
run swing, and
Yeah,
you hope
this
it
is
hits.
their
It is.
Poku. Their Poku swing.
I
it is.
respect it. Now, granted, to your point, Justin, we are very likely here a year from now, and there's probably a lot of people talking about Bilal really struggled his rookie year. I think it still would be way too early to make any conclusions, although that
Totally.
is what NBA Twitter and NBA fandom likes to do these.
They'll be doing that 3
These
weeks
days.
into the season.
Yeah, right. But
Yeah,
you're right.
for
Here in a
sure.
couple of years, it'll be really interesting to kind of reassess
It's
that
gonna,
pick.
yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. It feels like, I mean, there's always somebody that gets taken in the top 10. That's just
Brooklyn's pick is in.
complete bust.
Anybody got a prediction on what this Brooklyn pick is going to be?
I have no idea.
I was kind of wondering, now that we saw Cam Whitmore go off the board due to injury falling down the board due to injury concerns, if this maybe would be a Dariq Whitehead pick, if we're kind of in that range.
Yeah, I kind of wonder Leonard Miller here at one of these two picks.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Brooklyn
guess
does
Miller.
have a lot of wings. They want to bring back Cam Johnson.
Okay, so here's a much better way of describing what I tried to say earlier from Yossi Goslin. Oklahoma City can acquire Davis Bertans in July once they officially have cap space. Acquiring him in the 10th overall pick will reduce their cap space projection from 32 million to 10 million. We still got 10 million to play with, baby.
Here's the Brooklyn pick.
Noah Clowney. They got their guy. That he's been mocked to them.
So, do you guys remember, like, I just looked it up. It was 2016. The Nets, after their rebuild, after they tore it down after the Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett era, they took a swing on Karis LeVert, who had a ton of injury concern. Maybe they take a swing on Dariq Whitehead in similar fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know much about Noah Clowney.
Neither do I.
Oh, they let Cason actually wear a Thunder hat.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's why I'm
and,
thinking he's going to talk about it tonight.
Yeah.
They've been doing that lately.
It lets you stay focused. That's the main goal. And I feel like I was out there for a workout, and I have been to a game before, so I'm perfectly fine with being in Oklahoma.
Okay, people are not giving context to that quote. Yes, he said it'll allow you to be focused, but he said, I've been out to a game there. I went out to a workout there. So obviously they've had him in.
I saw a clip when I stepped out that somebody asked him in like pre-combine interviews or something about playing alongside SGA, and he talked about how that would be really fun.
There we go.
You're goddamn right.
I love him again. I'm back.
Yeah.
He's going to be a dog, dude. Like, they got some dogs on this team.
Roof. So, can we
And
get a
some
roof
cats,
sounder?
some wild cats specifically.
Who let the dogs out? Make that at the same.
Here's the thing. If they're done tonight, the two new guys, I'm not including Davis Bertans, the two new guys you're bringing in next year, Chet and Cason Wallace,
Oh, I thought you were about to say Mitchich.
those are some
Get outta
dogs.
here.
100%.
Definite.
60% more shit talking on the court next
I
year.
hope Cason talks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He has a
I'm
cool look.
excited for media availability this weekend.
We have a lot
to
of cool
listen to
hair on
Cason.
Maybe we should shoot our shot, see if we can get into that.
100%. I agree.
A lot of good hair on the Thunder.
Cason does have cool
that's
hair.
a good point. Very
Hair
good point.
team.
J-Dub new hairstyle. Giddy. We got the. We all know about Giddy.
Did I say this on the pod? Giddy's haircut kind of looks like a hobbit.
Did he get a haircut?
Yeah.
And just like the way he has his hair, he kind of looks like a hobbit. 6'9"
I think it's a
hobbit.
requirement in New Zealand, actually.
He's from Australia.
Whatever.
They're gonna cook you in the
I probably
chat for
just
that.
upset all of our Australian and New Zealand listeners. I take it back. It's an Oceania requirement. How's that?
There you go.
Oceania is my favorite thing to say.
Some of these interviews are really tough, and I'm getting secondhand embarrassment.
Tough. Secondhand embarrassment.
So
That
submarine.
Oh my! Get out of here!
Speaking of explosions, what was the biggest explosion of the NBA draft tonight?
Oh my gosh,
I hope that stepson got what he was shooting for. By the way,
dude!
I
That was
think he did because
unbelievable.
it seems like what he was shooting for direct target, direct hit.
The
no,
definition.
I was talking about the girl he's tweeting at.
Oh yeah, no, he's a gazillionaire.
The definition of tweeting through it, as we've never seen it before.
Remember back when we used to play COD?
Well, this has been an interesting draft.
Drop a grenade. Turns out the Titanic had the perk. Detonated many years later.
So
And took the
what's
lives of
Brooklyn?
6 people today.
There's no tweets. Full disclaimer.
No tweets.
Not sure if
All
the trading.
Well,
days-
I said Leonard Miller, but they just took a big.
Yeah, no.
You guys
problem.
mentioned Derek Whitehead as like a high upside swing here.
Yeah.
Makes
It's
sense.
not going to be GG, is it?
Oh boy,
Oh,
Stay off the pen, GG.
I think GG's
Ryan
going second
Rupert.
round.
Ryan
I do
Rupert.
too. Yeah, repair is interesting.
Could be Rayon.
More like
Another
poo
wing.
pair.
Oh.
Poopery.
Why is it taking the Nets so long to pick? It's not like they didn't know who was going to go before them.
Right.
Also, how do you decide who you take at 21 and who you take at 22? Because there is a salary difference there.
Who do you like more?
There's still like a lot of who I think are good players left. Isn't Boston's at 25 now?
That's right. Who is left? Man, Cason Wallace is going to be good, guys. I'm excited.
That was quite a pivot.
Jake has been watching YouTube highlights.
We've
Yeah,
got a
he has.
dog, man. We got an absolute dog.
He absolutely is. I'm telling you,
Here's the pick.
He's going to get out on the floor. He's going to
K9
get out.
Wallace?
He's going to slap the floor, give a little
Nothing,
right in the face of Steph
nothing
Curry.
a casual NBA fan loves more than a guy that slaps the floor.
Okay,
Tells me
so I
all I
am
need
going to
to
spoil
know.
this one only because we are so smart. We called it. Whitehead. They're keeping the pick.
Okay. I thought you were going to say Rupert.
No, it's back to Cason. More exciting for the Thunder fans tuning in live. Again, I really think he has a lot of untapped potential offensively that we didn't see a whole lot of. And so what I'm
Kind of like
probably going
Shea,
to stay
right?
up. Yeah, well, 110%. Like it's not just Shea. We saw it with Devin Booker. We saw it with De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah.
Shoot, we even saw it with like DeMarcus Cousins and even some of the star players that were bigs and forwards. Like you go to Kentucky, you go to Duke, you kind of get put in a certain role, and just based off the caliber of the program. And I think there is a lot more that Cason is capable of. So one thing that I am probably going to do while I end up inevitably staying up all night is going and looking at those last handful of games from this past college season where Cason was the primary guard, because I think that will show a lot of what he's capable of.
Taylor told us this like 2 minutes ago.
I've been zoned out.
So-
I've been completely checked out over here.
That's up there with Silva. Wait a minute. Who's Jet Howard's dad?
Yeah.
I can't believe I
those
missed
moments-
that. I am
Those
so
moments just
mad I
happen
missed
in my
that.
life from time to time.
Guys,
Hey, Nick,
three
I think
Whiteheads
this is your
to the
food.
Nets? I think this is your food.
This doesn't taste. What did you originally
This-
order, Silva?
This
You're like,
chicken
this,
tastes like beef.
Yeah.
That's a shame I can't be there to
this
mess
tastes
up
like
someone's order again.
buffalo.
You're
That's a
supposed to
real
be
shame.
eating buffalo chicken, and he was eating beef.
I need to go back and
birria.
listen to that podcast because that story was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
You all
one
told
of you two have to now be my honorary cinnamon
Silva.
roasted pecans guy
Oh, they're
at
so
Summer
good.
League
They're
this year,
so
because
good.
Silva and I shared cinnamon roasted pecans every day at Thomas and Mack.
How sweet.
I
I
think
all I
think
need
you
is the
sign both of
smell.
us up for that.
And one of you also has to sleep with your arms crossed across your chest, like you're in your coffin.
Dracula.
You gonna get a
No promises
sticky bun
there.
again?
Oh, we're 100% getting the sticky buns.
Please elaborate.
It's
The stream could not hear
It's a
what Silva
light
said, and then all we
pastry
heard was
with a sticky
Who's
bun.
getting sticky buns?
We all are.
Uh,
It's Vegas, baby.
it's Vegas.
Uh-oh. Hey.
However, I am intrigued by any dessert food called sticky buns, so we will have to try that out as well.
Yes.
Did you not get one when you were there, Justin?
What? A sticky bun?
Yeah, they're in the hotel.
Don't act like
No.
you don't know what that is, Justin.
It's a glazed donut without a hole, so it's just like perfectly round. They cut it
Oh.
in half and they make it an ice cream sandwich.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No, we did not. We did not stop at that place.
Ooh.
I did see that. I thought it was
And they have like
milky
a
buns,
cinnamon milky buns. That's right. It's milky buns.
which sounds
Oh, that's
way
even
worse.
That's way
Yeah.
worse.
Our last night
milky
there, we went to
buns.
a Mexican restaurant, and Nick ordered a burrito, and then he looked at the waitress and he said, "Make it wet."
Okay, to be clear, there was something on the menu that said in
Yeah,
bold
the wet
letters,
burrito.
"Make it
The
wet."
Wet
with
burrito. Oh,
Plus, it's like plus $2. Make it wet. That's the, it was
Nick
the,
asked her to make it
typically
wet.
got to pay a
Hey,
little extra for that.
I was gonna say
Yeah, I
usually
get
it
that.
costs a lot more than $2, so that seems like a bargain
Yeah, well,
in Vegas.
depends on if you go to Fremont or not.
Milky buns and wet burritos. Good grief.
Oh,
We're gonna have a
man.
blast.
No, Silva's
Yes,
not
we are.
going to answer your question.
That is
Carrie.
true.
Silva can't make it.
I'm not going.
It's going to be
Very
sad.
sad. Very sad.
Yep.
But I will be
I
there.
am
in
very
his stead.
excited. It's gonna be a fun time. We're gonna have so much summer league content for you guys. We're gonna post game after every summer league game, Utah and Las Vegas. We're gonna record in the Blue Wire studio.
Ooh.
We're gonna be doing another summer league journal that Silva and I wrote last year for Daily Thunder. We're doing that again. All the sights, all the sounds, all the pictures, all the rumors, who we see, where we see them at, like all the celebrities that are out. We'll have everything for you guys. It's going to be a really fun time. You're not going to want to miss our summer league coverage. It's going to be fun.
So
And if you're going to be out in summer league, hit us up.
yeah, no, absolutely.
We'd love to link
And
up.
Well,
Speaking
Jacob
of
will
that,
buy you a milky bun.
I will get you a milky bun. I will
and he'll even pay extra to make it wet.
make your buns milky.
Hour 3 of the pod.
This
is where we are. Yeah, we are just now entering hour 3.
to take it back to basketball because I'm getting very excited all of a
Caffeine.
sudden thinking about Cason Wallace and Chet Holmgren in
Indeed.
Vegas. Like
And Oos.
Cason is
And
about
Oos,
to
yeah.
look
And
so
J-Dub.
incredible.
J-Dub.
Well, we hope. Yeah, and Oos.
Oos,
Yep.
I
J-Dub,
don't.
Chet,
I
Cason.
kind of doubt we will see Dub in Vegas. I doubt he's in a jersey. Would be my guess.
That's what
but
people said about
Oos-
Josh Giddey.
No, I know.
Indubitably.
but
All right, Portland pick is in. Chris Murray.
Dame's
Okay.
staying, isn't he?
That's definitely a try and keep Dame.
That's
to
a Dame is
pick.
staying type of pick.
See what his brother's doing.
Dame, you
Exact
saw what his
same.
brother did.
Exact same.
Exact same. It's like drafting a second twin.
Ooh. So apparently, sources are telling me. Not going to give away my sources, as no pro would do. Leonard Miller had some pretty awful workouts, and Sensabaugh, another knee concern similar to Cam Whitmore, but obviously without the big upside.
Wah, wah. Leonard Miller having a bad workout is not surprising.
Yeah.
I forget what podcast I was listening to, but the person just described his game as like weird. And I'm like,
It
I'm not
is.
sure that's the first adjective that you'd like to be associated with your game.
It is weird.
Why are they showing his brother's highlights? He is not his brother. Leave the man alone.
Are they?
That is
I'm not gonna
bizarre.
ask.
They're identical twins.
Okay, that's a stupid question. You never know. There's a soccer player I saw yesterday that was like, "Oh, that's his twin, right?" Nope, younger brother.
This is the twin episode of the Uncontested
Yeah.
podcast. Is this the first time twins have been drafted in different drafts?
See, that's
think
kind of
it
where I
is.
wanted to go with that.
I think
It's-
it
it's-
is.
It's got to be. So, who do we want in? Well, Boston, I guess. Who do they want? Who's like a plug and play impact guy that's there at this point?
In Boston?
Yeah,
I think there's a few left on the board.
Fassini had is it Sasser?
That's the kid from Houston.
Yeah. Saw that. Little trade.
who?
Little
We
trade.
got a
Reno.
trade. We got a
Traderino.
trade.
Rashawn Holmes and number 24 to Dallas.
Or
Interesting.
Omax.
Dallas, for a team that was always talked about getting veteran help, taking 2 rookies.
Yep.
Just what they needed.
Completely just rebuilt their
Wait.
front court too.
Yeah.
No. And no, you're right. Rashawn Holmes and 24. So Dallas
Yeah.
also gets Rashawn Holmes. What
Right.
on earth? Where are they sending? Because Holmes and Omax is a heck of a haul. Kings are sending Holmes into the traded player exception created with OKC trade. Ooh.
So it's more like a 3-team now.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Wow. Wait, did the Thunder just get Holmes? I
Start
feel like
rumors.
this makes me feel like, personally, that
What are the Kings getting for giving up Holmes and
Right.
24? Are they just getting off money?
That's the
right?
question.
Like this makes me feel like the Mavericks are coming out as winners here.
Is that the value of first round picks now? We're just like, nah, no, thank you. Pass.
Huh.
That's interesting. I don't know what's
Yeah,
happening
Many
with that one.
details on this one. Interesting.
Oh, people are saying it now creates 30 million plus in cap space for Sacramento.
Okay.
Here we go. We got Woj right now. Who are they taking? Omax. That's a good pick.
Interesting.
That's the defensive wing they were missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good actually.
So this was get for the Kings to get cap space.
It appears to be that. Yeah. Who's even a free agent that they would throw that money at? Kuzma?
Gross.
Yeah, like
Gross.
Van Vliet? I don't know.
Not Van Vliet because they got Fox and they got
Yeah.
Monk. It might be Kuzma. They're not getting Draymond.
Kuzma back to the West Coast.
Another trade.
Bucks getting pick 36.
That's not exciting.
No, not at all.
Oh, Warner West says maybe the Kings run at Middleton.
Oh, wow. I was surprised he opted out. Opted out of like 44 million.
Who did?
Middleton, right?
Yeah. Probably getting a longer term deal.
Yeah.
Right.
I would not feel great about giving him a new max.
Is
I think
Rashawn
the
Holmes-
Mavericks have done pretty good.
I agree.
Yeah. Is
Tonight,
Rashawn
you
Holmes your,
turn-
like
Go ahead.
Derek Lively insurance. Is that what
Yeah,
that
for
is?
sure. Their front court last year was Christian Wood and JaVale McGee.
Yep.
You're now upgrading that.
Yeah. Very much so.
Could the Kings throw that money at Draymond?
I don't think Draymond would.
No. I hate that for
If you just-
everyone involved.
Yeah, he also just worked Sabonis in the playoffs.
NBA Academy strikes again.
Josh Giddey, shout out.
Mm-hmm.
Did she just say that you may not be familiar with your son?
Yes. No, I think she was trying to say that people may not be, but I think she may have said you may not be.
You may not know anything about your child, but
Take a guess. There's definitely a lot of people in the green room. I think I threw out a number earlier that was drastically wrong. They got them at like those long tables now.
yeah. I think they had 20 or 21 tonight.
Okay, the Celtics are. We're in the late first. The Celtics are trading pick
boy.
25
To who?
to Detroit.
Okay.
Yeah. Woj Pistons acquiring pick 25 from the Celtics.
Who are the Celtics getting from the Pistons?
Pistons don't have any bench guards, do they?
Tell me it's not for Killian.
Oh,
25 for 31.
Okay.
There's been a lot of that tonight. Just like shuffling picks around.
It's going to be Marcus Sasser to Detroit.
Sasser versus Killian.
Is Boston just doing this for money purposes? That second apron in the tax is scaring off a lot of people.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, right? But Brad Stevens is a genius. I've been told.
That's the word.
I don't really know why it's the word necessarily, but we'll let him have it for the time being.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, we're saying they're getting pick 31, but nothing else.
But what? Yeah. Is that it? We're just passing that over.
Who's taking the money,
Calling it a
Bates?
night.
We're getting close to the end of our night because we're calling it after the first round.
And then we're doing our show, right? Are we doing?
Yeah,
a
we'll do
pod
a
after
small one.
this?
We'll do a small one. That way, Sunday. By the time the Sunday show rolls around, we will have Presty's comments tonight, and we will have rookie press conference introductions.
Hopefully, unless the
So-
trade can't go through.
It's true.
True.
We might
What
have to
sources
wait.
of caffeine do you have in your
Got some Coke Zero.
All right. I'm gonna do that.
Fuel up. If OKC trades in the second round, we'll talk about it on Sunday to answer your question 9-3. Or if it happens live during our pod, we'll talk about it then.
Yeah, we're not too worried about talking about pick 50 though.
How dare you? I will spend no less than 37 minutes talking about pick 50.
I would be impressed.
Only person who could do that would be Taylor.
That's probably true. All right, chat, let us know. How do you feel about the Thunder's draft night?
Give us some grades.
If this is it besides pick 50, what's your grade for the night?
They traded up, so that prediction
Without
was
giving
right.
up assets.
Without trading a player. Yep. Yeah, without giving up any assets, not even just players. They didn't cash in future picks. We thought that might happen tonight. When does that happen, Jacob?
What?
When do they cash in some future picks? We've talked about how the value goes down over time.
I mean, you're now on the clock for next year with 3 picks, and I don't see how you bring in 3 guys.
No, not at all. 31 and future second round picks. There we go.
Second rounder's been getting moved a lot.
Dude, so many second rounders.
All the
It's
way
the
back
new hot
to this
currency.
past trade deadline.
Yeah. I don't get it. We got a handful of reactions. We got a handful of A's in the chat. We got a B plus, B minus, couple of B minuses. Seems like people in general are pleased. No C's, no D's.
Yeah, I think it's
feel
good.
pretty good about it. Feel pretty good about it. I think the most memorable, one of the most memorable, well, that's not even fair to say, a memorable Thunder draft night. I always think about Steven Adams getting picked and the James Harden
Yes.
LOL tweet right afterwards.
Yes.
It's hard to top that.
Good times.
Hard to top.
Pacers don't have 26 and 29 now, do they? Didn't they trade one of them?
Did they?
They made so many trades. I honestly don't remember.
They traded something to the Knicks. what was their
Woj is
other trade?
Tweeting through it right now. He is struggling tonight. Number 31 in future seconds to the Celtics in all caps because he actually said the Pistons. That's like his 4th typo as he's trying to focus on
He's on TV.
TV this year. Yeah. Goodness.
Talking about Celtics in all caps.
Yeah.
So Sasser to Detroit is very interesting. That is a older draft pick who I think is very talented. Could play like it just kind of feels like a perfect backup point guard in the league, and I think he'll be great there in Detroit. But obviously, they're trying to find players who can help them win. Now they're looking at projects, and so it'll be really interesting. Kind of watch their offseason.
Yeah.
Free agency.
Yep. I got a Mavs fan on my timeline saying, so because the Mavs tanked the final 2 games, they got the 10th pick, which they traded for the 12th pick, got rid of Bertans, got a 17 million TPE, absorbed Rashawn Holmes into the TPE, and got the 24th pick.
It's not bad.
Not bad.
That is pretty nice.
Or they could have just had pick 12 by not tanking the last few games.
What is this Woj like trivia he's got going on?
He is. That's what I'm saying. He's tweeting through it. He's struggling.
Who is he talking about?
Look at him on TV right now. That guy has sweat dripping down his forehead.
What's the purpose of that tweet? Pacers are keeping number 26 and eyeing a mid-major riser on boards. Like, is he just
think of
like
a mid-major college
literally
prospect.
can't stop himself from tweet like he's gone?
Yeah,
long enough?
he's like, I want to
about to
so bad,
explode.
but I can't. Let's see who's available. Dang it.
This Coke Zero is rocking my world.
Those Coke Zeros will get you.
Like a comment from a Mormon kid.
It's caffeine.
I need that
mid-major.
caffeine bad.
It's not going to be.
I can see sound.
trying to think who this would be. Mid-major. Oh, Max Lewis. It's got to be Max Lewis.
Yeah, Warner in the chat calling Max Lewis. It's a good call.
Wow. That's fun. I like that. Good for Max Lewis getting the first round pick. I liked him a lot early on, like last fall. Quickly did not like him nearly as much watching him throughout the college season, but I like this pick a lot. Yep. Oh, no, it is not Max Lewis. It's actually a pick that I kind of forgot about this player, and I'm surprised. It's probably his range.
You remember when Tyrese Halliburton was drafted? We thought he was a steal, going as high as he did. He's undervalued, even where you're drafted.
Let's see if they can find another steal here at number 26.
Oof. Okay, so this is Josh Robbins of The Athletic. The Wizards have the Oklahoma City Thunder scouting travel budget in part to thank for the intel on below Coulibaly.
Yeah.
Coulibaly said new Wizards general manager Will Dawkins, formerly with OKC, visited one of his Metropolitan's 92 practices. Ugh. I kind of feel like that was the Thunder's guy. And that's why they were so concerned about trading up.
I don't know. Because
I do think they probably liked him.
We talked about it when the
definitely
trade
liked him.
happened. Like Washington didn't give up much. If the Thunder really wanted him, they could have offered more.
Well, sure, but there's negotiations that go on there. So if you're Washington, you're like, oh my gosh, I think the Thunder are going to trade up here. You're not going to go in with like, we'll give you all of our, our next 2 years of first round
But
picks.
if that's the deal they took, that means OKC wasn't offering anything better.
Correct. No.
Well, also it would have slid the Pacers back to 12, which loses them
Sure. Totally.
Walker.
Jarris.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. Which is fair. Yep.
But also, they obviously had Cason in a very similar tier as a Coulibaly or a Kobe Buffkin, etc. In fact, they obviously had Wallace higher than Buffkin,
Yeah.
as we saw tonight. So,
Indeed.
and again, like Cason Wallace, it makes a lot of sense on paper. We even talked about it prior to like actual rumors and smoke screen coming out. There was no smoke about Cason Wallace to OKC. And it was all Coulibaly, Derek Lively, and Kobe Buffkin. So obviously they value Cason above those three, which makes me excited, even more excited, because I trust Presti. So have they announced?
It would have been hard for me to with who was on the board. With who was on the board, it would have been hard for me to be the Thunder to take anyone that I would have been more happy with. Like I would have been cool with Buffkin. I'm pretty like Cason was at the top of my list.
This next pick is such a Michael Jordan pick, such a Hornets fit. I honestly, I love it in terms of.
Do you?
As an NBA fan, I love it.
What?
I worry about this player in this franchise. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt whoever was talking. I just saw that and I was like, oh, man.
It's like, well, book night didn't work out. Let's try it again.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking, Silva, but I didn't want to say it yet to spoil it.
Yeah.
And here it is, Nick Smith Jr.
Yuck.
Look, if you're a Clutch client who was working out in LA during the college season, you were a projected lottery pick, you fall all the way down to the end of the first round, the Lakers pass on you.
Yuck.
I'm worried about Nick Smith Jr.
Yeah.
Feels
I
very
don't
James
like that.
Bouknight-ish to me.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
Good for him, though.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a fan of his game, but see the emotion from this kid. Like, this is like life-changing moment. Like, even if he doesn't make it, and he just plays out his rookie contract in the league. That's absolute life-changing money.
True.
Yep.
And again, this is so easy to say in hindsight when we've seen Book Night, etc. But I still really, really like Nick Smith Jr. I understand he's very thin, and that's the huge concern here. But this could really be a steal for the Hornets. I like Nick Smith.
Michael Jordan does love people like this, like Malik Monk. It's kind of a
Yes.
similar thing back in the day.
Yes.
Picked up Jeremy Lamb from a trade once. They just love people of this ilk.
True.
Lamb.
So Woj is not reporting anything here. He is simply speculating that Ohio State's Bryce Sensabaugh has been a pre-draft target of the Utah Jazz, who are now picking at, or not now, they're picking at pick 28. I don't know. I mean, man, this would be a great draft for the Jazz. Sensabaugh here. Who do they have at
Keontae,
16?
right?
Yeah, Keontae George.
Deontay and Taylor
and then
Hendricks.
at 9, yeah, Grady. Wait,
Taylor Hendricks.
Taylor Hendricks,
Hendricks.
yeah. So it makes sense that they would go a guard
Pretty
here.
good.
Guard, wing, and Sensabaugh. They didn't get their, I mean, I guess Keontae George, they got their playmaker. They'll be a fun young team. Like throwing Larry Markkinen and
With what
Walker
they've done,
Kessler.
are the Thunder getting that pick next year? Is it going to be a top 10 pick or not?
Ooh.
That
That's
feels really
tough.
It's gonna be close.
It's going
Really
to be
close.
super,
What are
super
the-
close.
Thunder might need to tank some Utah games next year.
Yeah.
No kidding.
What does that pick transition to if it doesn't land in?
It rolls over to the next year and becomes still an unprotected or a protected first, I believe.
Yeah. You said it's Sensabaugh, right? To Utah?
Yeah.
Okay. I like the Hendricks pick for Utah. I'm not as
Yeah,
thrilled
I
about
do
the
too.
other ones.
Hendricks and Laurie Markkinen as your forwards is a pretty interesting combination.
Yeah.
Very.
With why am I blanking on his name? Keller?
Kessler Walker? Kessler?
God. Yeah.
Keller.
sorry. I was like,
You
it
combined
doesn't
the two.
sound right.
You combined the two. That's all right.
You got it. Close enough. That's a good front court. So who makes it? Who sneaks into the first round here? Sissoko?
We have 3 more picks to go.
I bet you the Clippers won.
Oh, well, actually, the Bryson
Two.
Sloss picks come right
Yeah,
now.
2 if you count.
Leonard Miller
Sensabaugh.
seems like a Clippers guy.
Indiana, Clippers.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's tough.
Is Sensabaugh in the green room?
He's in the green
No.
room.
He is.
Oh, I thought he was. Never mind.
They didn't show
You're
a
right.
picture of him.
Yeah, you're right. Ooh.
Is there anybody left in the green room?
That's a good question.
Repair?
Yeah, Rupert's in there.
Ooh. Repair at
blue.
Indiana makes a lot of sense. Clippers. I feel like they're going to look for a win now player. Trying to think who. Oh, the other UConn guy. Why am I going blank?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Oh, I just saw him. It's making me mad.
Indiana is now up on the clock. 2 picks left, and then we're out of here, guys.
Oh, Colby Jones is still available. Gigi's going to fall. City Sissoko, like Justin mentioned, it's a great
I forgot it was the
one.
Nuggets pick.
Leonard Miller, Max Lewis is another great one.
That's who they traded this to, the Nuggets.
Andre
Yeah.
Jackson. That's what I was
Nuggets,
thinking.
that's right.
Andre Jackson. James Najee still available. I'm not huge on Amari Bailey or Trace Jackson Davis in this range. Ooh.
This is a
So
side note,
Denver
but I
is-
can't wait for the Indiana Jones movie. This trailer gets
You're
me
seeing
hyped
that
every
commercial
time.
also.
So good.
Yeah, it comes out like on my birthday. I will be there.
Yes. Are we
Nice.
talking spoilers now? since
Yes.
we're at pick 29?
Yeah.
Julian Strother. A Zag.
It's interesting.
Sure.
I like Strother. There are still some high upside guys here that somebody can take some big gambles.
Yeah, it
in the
feels like
second
there's some
round.
decent talent floating into the second round.
Second round will be fun. I think there'll be more movement compared to the first round, which honestly was kind of disappointing. Like a lot of surprises
Yeah.
in terms of who teams picked, but not nearly as much movement, I think, as we originally
Grady's
expected.
getting a pretty big culture shock going from being in Kansas his whole life to Toronto.
He said it in a
You missed my joke, Jacob.
Sorry.
You know what happens when Grady
Nope.
and
Taylor.
he heads
Cold
north
weather.
into the cold? I'm just saying, like maybe his wingspan
Shrinkage.
isn't quite as long.
They're talking to Grady in like a press conference about becoming friends with Drake, and it's just really,
Nice.
really weird.
Setting expectations.
Drake's actually my boy. I've been listening to him ever since I was little.
Was
I
a big
hated his
fan of
outfit. Like Drake, not Drake. Sorry, Grady. I'll put it this way: does not seem like a Thunder guy to me.
Grady.
Yeah,
Yeah. I hoped
the
not.
whole
And I was
red
pleased.
slippers suit.
It's like if you took the like chaotic white man energy that Chet has and cranked it up like by a few more
Yes.
notches.
Yeah, like imagine Chet if he was less mature, and you probably have
Yeah.
Grady Dick
Yeah.
trying a little
Like
too hard.
way more online than Chet, I think.
Minnesota trading for a second from San Antonio, pick 33.
Curious who they go for there. Minnesota. That doesn't feel like a Max Lewis spot.
I mean, it's hard to capitalize on what Minnesota's done. I mean, more impressive than a Denver title, honestly. I can't believe he said that.
Shout out Pat Bev.
Dude. But did he change the game like Cat?
Best shooting big man ever. Until Chet.
Until Chet.
Here we go with this Denver pick. Has it been spoiled?
I don't know.
I don't think
See,
so.
I've seen
Not
too
that
many
I've
things.
seen.
Is this Strother?
Oh, you're right. Yeah, this is the Strother.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
That was
Sounds
a
like
long time ago.
That's the name of an actor.
Strother?
That just sounds like someone that would be an actor.
He's
Julian
pretty
Strother.
big.
Clippers. Who do they pick?
Repair?
No, I don't think they'll
No,
go project.
it
They'll go
doesn't
win
feel-
now.
Yeah, it doesn't feel right.
Who's a win now?
Leonard
guys?
Miller?
I wish I had a.
I could see Leonard
I
Miller.
could see Leonard Miller
I
there.
really hope it's Gigi Jackson. Just for personal reasons.
Let's see.
Just imagining Steve Ballmer asking Gigi to stop vaping.
Or asking for a hit.
There you go. I like it.
Can I get a hit on that vape? Gigi.
What a Steve Ballmer impression.
Yeah.
We saw Steve Ballmer at Summer League last year.
Takes a hit.
Woo! He seems like a guy that would just like grab a vape and go for it.
Yep.
Just be ecstatic after.
And then grab your knee afterwards.
Okay, so we got Rayon Repair, Leonard Miller, James Najee still available. That's an interesting one. Colby Jones. That's the player I think who can contribute pretty quickly. We talked about Max Lewis, Andre Jackson, another one I think will be taken off the board quick. Julian Phillips, he's raw very raw, but he tested really well at the combine. I could see a more developing team, I don't know, a Memphis feels like a Julian Phillips spot for him. Somebody like that. I'm trying to think who else. Jordan
Famous
Walsh.
last words.
Cam
Kobe
Whitmore, I
Brown.
guess. Cam Whitmore just said, "I feel fine. It's my body." When someone asked him about the medical concerns,
He says, "I don't know
Yikes.
where that came from."
yeah, doesn't know where that came from.
Yikes.
Well,
Yikes.
may that
Ooh,
work
Seth
out in your
Lundy,
favor.
Another one.
That does have to be such a weird feeling, though.
I could totally see the Thunder.
be like,
if
everyone
Chris
be like,
Living-
"Nah, dude, your knee is made of actual spaghetti," and be like,
Everyone's-
"What are you
yeah,
talking about?"
Everyone scanned me and didn't like it.
Your bones are glass.
We looked inside of you and hated what we saw.
Have you ever drank milk in your entire life?
It's lactose.
Here's a therapy voucher after what we have seen in your knee.
Physical or mental?
So
Mental.
Chris Livingston, point guard from Kentucky.
You got
Didn't
some
get a lot
demons,
of-
bro. What were you saying, Taylor?
I was going through players available still. Chris Livingston, he pulled out. Excuse me. He decided to stay in the NBA draft, not go back to college, which I thought was very interesting. And I could see the Thunder taking another gamble on another Kentucky guard, giving him a two-way or Exhibit 10 contract. It'll be interesting to see if Chris Livingston goes anywhere.
Orlando going to get rid of one of the guards since they took Anthony?
Feels like they should.
What was Anthony's nickname? Tony and the Hogs?
Tony B and his hog.
Tony B and his hog.
We can just go Tony B though.
What was Grady Dick's?
Oh, double O Dick.
Do you have one for Cason Wallace? I feel like you
No.
need one now.
I do. I don't have one at the moment.
Does Cason have any nicknames that we can find?
Oh, let's go dive into the cesspool of basketball reference nicknames.
So Clippers did go win now sort of player, and I honestly really like it. Missouri boy. It's a good
Sorry,
player.
did I ask already? I'm tired, dude. Is Orlando getting off one of the guards?
Yeah,
Oh
think
yeah,
we
they
had
have to.
that.
I said I feel like they should.
I hope they do.
It needs to be Cole Anthony.
Agreed. They can actually get value for him.
Yeah.
It's
He's the one up for the contract the soonest.
I mean, I say that they could get, yeah, correct, and they also could get value for Suggs.
I wouldn't trade Suggs.
But I also agree.
Feels too
I hope he
soon.
gets more of a main role. It'll be interesting. Given who they drafted.
it's Kobe Brown at 30.
The win now pick.
Okay, since pick 30 is in, is our live stream over? I can't believe Leonard Miller's going round 2, dude.
Yeah.
We were talking about him a lot at
Well,
12.
Right?
Yeah.
I
thought
think
that
our
was a
plan
pick for
is
12.
I think our plan here, stream, is to end this, take a quick break, and then we'll be back to do just a quick 30-minute Cason Wallace pod.
Yeah.
And then we
Perfect.
will have more in-depth Cason Wallace stuff along with Sam Presti quotes and player availability come
Hopefully.
Sunday night for our Sunday show. So it is currently 10:15 local time here in Oklahoma City. We're going to end this stream. We'll post the next stream for the post-draft, post-first round podcast in about 15 minutes. And that show will be about 30 minutes. We'd love to answer your questions in that one. So look for the link on social media. And obviously, it'll be live on YouTube. And we will be back in 15.
Sweet.
See you guys soon.